Ladies and gentlemen, between welcome to a brand new episode of the WrestleClub UK podcast. My name is Sikisa, and this week I'm joined by one half of the Fluffy Boys, Mr. Danny Scott.
Hello, bonjour, hola.
Well, that was a nice way to intro this week because obviously WWE was in France.
Yeah, omelette du fromage.
Exactly. You know? But how have you been otherwise?
I've been all right, you know. It's been a week. My chest is healed from Restival, and I feel
we'll talk about Restival before we talk about Backlash.
Yeah, no, I've been very well. Been very good.
Chest, okay, let me.
Yeah, should we give them context?
Let's give a little context before. For those of you who may have seen on our Instagram post, Danny has just posted it up today. We had so much fun at Restival. Thank you so much for everyone that came along to Lethal Lottery. And we also have to give a massive thank out to Mike Bird from Catch 22 for having us. Yes. We had a great time.
Well, I'll thank him for some things.
Well, before the show actually officially started, we got into the ring with Mike Bird, and there was a rock, paper, scissors situation with the boys, not with me, with the boys.
Yeah, you said very quickly, I'm not getting involved.
I'm not getting involved in that. Who am I?
Imagine if it was you.
I mean, I would take it like a champ.
Yeah, but I mean, he made me take all my clothes off.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Imagine that for a real. We would have got more views.
You would have got, more views. Me in a bra, just getting
slapped up by Mike Bird.
And then Danny, unfortunately, was the person that won lost rock, paper, scissors, and had to take the slap in the chest from Mike Bird himself.
What they didn't see is I actually got two as well. He chopped me twice.
Yeah, he did.
So we stopped recording. Like, he was like going, "Are you okay?" He was like rubbing my chest, and it just went bap. And then that one caught me even worse.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad it weren't on film. But I literally lost my breath, and I got up and I went, "Oh, that one got me." And he went, "Yeah, everyone needs a second." I was like, "You little bastard!" I love it though.
But then you kind of got your own back. You kind of got some redemption in some sort of way, because when the matches were actually happening, as we mentioned before, that it was chaotic. No one knew what the matches were going to be.
It did kind of work. I know there was some skepticism. Is that the word?
Yeah.
To how it was going to play out, but I think it played out quite well actually.
I think we had so much fun with it. But
it's really fun.
What was really nice is that how at the end of the show it was Mike Bird versus LIVVI Muir.
It was.
And
LIVVI Muir is a beast.
He's a beast, and
massive.
Mike gave you the opportunity to slap in the chest LIVVI Muir.
Oh, I slapped him. And I forgot I have 3 rings on, and there was a bit of me, I was really scared. There's another video, it might be up by the time this episode's out, if not, it'll be out very shortly after. He holds him and says, "I get to slap him." I did, dressed as Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then I ran and hid like a little bitch.
Yeah, you did.
I went and hid.
I've never seen you run so fast in your life. So big. You ran like a bitch.
You can't quite hear it in the video, but Levi was looking at me saying shit like, "If you do this, I know your face. Don't be a little shit. You dare." And he was like, he said something like, "You're an awful person." And then I went, "Shh," and then slapped him and then legged it. We
did have so much fun. We have got the footage, obviously, and we will be posting it on our social media and our YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up what happened at Restival, if you missed out, shame on you. But if you did get to see the rest of Restival, I'm glad that you did, because Heather runs an amazing festival.
Oh, she put on such a good one. It was perfect, wasn't it? It was
like
really
alternative wrestling is what I like to call it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I loved it. I loved every bit. And then Jerry show.
You lot was so happy.
Yeah.
I've never seen the boys so happy or so grateful for me getting them lot on the Restival.
We climbed in a ring all together. There's a moment where we're all just in the ring, and I think we all literally was like, "This is sick. Thank you. This is so cool." We're in a ring. Mark started running the ropes and hurt his back.
Yeah.
It was great. Restival's fucking brilliant.
That's what happens when you're the head of the table. You get to give out some privileges.
Yes, exactly. And it was, there she is.
Let's acknowledge.
Let's
acknowledge.
No, it was fucking brilliant. It was really good. Props to everyone. Heather, Mike, Jerry for his show as well.
Jerry Baker's show was great. We love Jerry Baker.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, let's talk about our highlights and lowlights of the week. Let's kick into Poppin' Heat really quickly.
Poppin' Heat.
Poppin' Heat.
Still don't have a jingle for
No, there's no jingle
I feel like we just do it.
Poppin' Heat.
Poppin' Heat.
Well, I think we should actually do a Poppin' Heat for Backlash, considering that was the biggest, and then we could talk about everything. everything else afterwards. Because Backlash, even though it was only had 5 matches on, it was still, I think, the biggest. And then we could talk about everything else afterwards. Because Backlash, even though it was only had 5 matches on, it was still the biggest. And then we could talk about everything else afterwards. 5 matches on the card, actually went on quite long.
It did, didn't it? Quite long
And
matches.
can I just say, French fans,
oh my
how cray
God
are you? Is the frogs going to the head?
I swear they were good, weren't they?
The cheese has got to their head.
There's a lot of cheese, a lot of wine.
I don't know if you saw on Jay Uso's Instagram post where he had posted about the fireflies have come back.
Yeah.
And that was really nice.
That was gorgeous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think there was like another shot as well of like the camera like shaking and rocking because everyone was just like, it's just me. I was like, yeah, so good. I love the and then I didn't know what they said after that. I didn't know what they were saying.
They kept saying that, and
and then have you translated it? Because I've gone on Twitter and I found out what they were saying. It was something like 1, 2, it's only 2, something like that.
Oh, really?
Something on the lines of that. Yeah,
that's quite fun.
Something like so apparently, I might be someone will definitely correct me really quick, but from what I read, it's something that one of the French commentators say.
Oh, okay.
I think they say 1, 2, it's only 2, something like that. So the whole crowd are doing it non-stop.
They kept doing it.
They also did I couldn't work out. I don't know what the other chant with the song that
yeah.
happened throughout the whole pay-per-view. I still don't know what it is.
Because they would go 1, 2.
It's only 2.
And they carried on. And I was like, you have got so much energy, France. So much energy.
Bailey got a huge pop as well. I love her. I love her.
Well, let's start it off with Backlash, because Backlash kicked off with the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a street fight.
I think this might be one of my is Pop good and Heat bad? Or was it the other way around? Yes.
How long have we been doing this podcast?
Do you remember when we did a sell no sell? I still don't really know if that's true or false either. I don't really know. Also,
you put so much effort into the podcast.
Hang on, think about it. What if this is somebody's first time to listen to the episode? Maybe I'm lying and I'm just trying to keep the new listeners.
Yes, Pop is high lights.
It's a full video. I can't even hide my bullshit now.
No.
And
Heat is low lights.
Okay, that's weird, isn't it? Because you think Heat's like hot, it's good.
Stop it.
Okay, I think this match is one of my pops. To be fair,
okay.
I really enjoyed the match. I like the chaos. I like the whole turning it into like a street fight.
Yeah,
I thought it was a really good
as soon as I turned it into a street fight, I was like, "There's a new member joining."
Yeah,
there's a new member joining.
Yeah,
and there was a new member joined.
Which is good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't 100% know who he was.
Oh, nah.
I've researched him after. He's a bit. I saw a video of him versus Okada though. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's Tonga's brother, isn't it?
Yeah, but have you seen the video of him?
Lower.
Have you seen a video of him versus Okada?
No.
They were like, I hope he brings us energy, and it's the lightest. And he does it like 15 times at the lowest energy slaps, and everyone's going, oh, is that the worst thing you've ever seen? And I was like, can you imagine? Take that to speed.
Well, it wasn't the person that we thought was going to turn up.
No, which makes me think, are they saving him? What's his name again? Fatu. Are they saving him for Usos? Because there's this whole thing at the minute where we're talking, you've got the 3 new Bloodline members potentially having
Bloodline 2.0.
Usos. Yeah.
Bloodline 2.0.
It is. And then you maybe potentially get the Usos come back because Jimmy's been isolated, and then they get Fatu, then you get them 3 versus 3, and then the other 2 members would be Roman with the Usos.
Whilst I really appreciate
maybe
the fact that how we would like to see the Usos back together.
Yeah.
Jay's on a great run.
Yeah, but
I feel like Jay's gonna win King of the Ring.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not sure if he will.
Oh, you think it's good? Oh, we'll get into that in a second.
We get ahead of ourselves, but I'd like to see him win it though.
Yeah,
King Us.
The RKO on the table outside on the announce table was great. Table didn't break. And that's always classic. Great when that doesn't happen.
I love Randy Orton's face every time it doesn't break.
Yeah.
He's just like, for fuck's sake.
I really enjoy Kevin Owens and Randy Orton together. I don't know what it is. They're just great chemistry.
Also, like, KO, it just works.
It just works so well.
It just works. Like, I love it. I really wanted them to come down on the buggy again.
Oh, that would have been, that's what I thought was going to happen.
The RKO buggy or something. I just want that to be a thing now. I think it's so funny.
Well, for a 19-minute match, it did feel like it was a great standard for the beginning of this show.
Yeah, definitely. Strong match.
Strong match. Well, obviously the Bloodline won with the interference, with Tanga joining the Bloodline and interfering. we'll see what happens next coming up to SmackDown. That's happening on
you
Friday.
a fan of Tanga?
I feel like we'll need to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this Bloodline 2.0.
Because I feel like we're still getting used to the other new guy.
I know.
It's like two new guys very quick. I feel like we needed to get, when like Solo come in, but he came in to a faction of people that we knew who everyone was.
You wanted
and
more
now
established.
The new guy has, like, he's not new now, obviously Solo, but like he was the new guy. He's got two new guys, and now it just feels like a completely new thing. But the only thing saving it for me at the minute is Paul Heyman.
Oh,
Paul Heyman's reaction
face.
to everything when they walk past Jay, and he's just like,
every time they make him do like,
hates
the
it.
finger in the air,
Yeah,
he hates it. I don't want to do it.
I don't want to. And then he had the draft on Friday before, and it's like, I haven't spoken to Roman since WrestleMania. It's like, you haven't spoken to him since, and he's like,
my man's on the beach somewhere. That's what's happened.
Paul Heyman's going through a breakup. I feel it.
He's going through a breakdown.
I feel it.
But I feel like having a new staple, Bloodline 2.0, as I like to call it, it's kind of like you, Danny. Imagine you was on the open mic circuit in comedy.
Yeah.
And then you needed to be like, you know what? I need to establish myself. I need to get away from these fools and move up into the 10, 15-minute paid spots.
Yeah.
And get yourself a new allegiance.
Is that how it feels?
Yeah.
Like an open micer going up to the 10, 15-minute spots?
Yeah.
I feel it's more, you've been running really good comedy nights in London, then you move to a different place and you start a new comedy night, and then they see you MC for the first time and they go, whoa, he's well good. And then you get all these new open micers around you in a different place, and they're like, what? That's Solo. Solo has moved from London to like Manchester. And he's like, he starts a new night and everyone goes, he's actually all right, isn't he?
Well, next up we had Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton, which was the triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship match. Are you happy?
Me and Ibs were messaging a lot.
Oh, Lord. Was it about bundas?
It's Tiffy time, man.
Oh, it's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time,
man.
I know you would love it to be Tiffy times, but she's taken.
Yeah, but Ludwig. We also spoke about that. We're not happy. How?
I really...
How? With that haircut? With that trim?
Hold on, wait.
Ibs said to me, he probably won't mind saying this, he said them two look like the two most racist dons in wrestling. He was like, if they walked into the pub together, you'd be like, they're going to say something problematic, but she's fine.
Well, she is fine.
Yeah. It's like, oh, please don't say that.
I think this was a great way to show off Tiffany Stratton.
I thought she was great. I thought she held her own really well.
Yeah.
I thought she did really good.
Richard, I was talking to Richard and Mark about this last week about Naomi and how they're just not connecting with her since she's returned. And you listened to the podcast?
Yeah, I edited it.
Oh yeah, you did for the YouTube.
Yeah, for the video. So I listened. I've listened to it just.
This is what's happened now. I've made them do more work on the podcast in order for them to actually listen to the damn episode.
So can you actually watch the video, please? Because I actually edit it. I just go and click it, please, because. Yeah, so I listened and I watched. Great quality, by the way, here in this lovely studio.
I know, we've got a TV screen back.
Yeah. You're missing out. You're missing out on the old visuals. Could you get to see the uncomfortability of Sikisa's face when Mark Cram says something really problematic, and I don't edit it out. So watch it, it's really fun. Sometimes I'll zoom in.
But Bayley did win.
They give Naomi a lot of shit. She did really well.
Yeah, I think she did really, really well.
I like the little twerk on
the bunda twerk.
The bunda twerk on Stratton's head.
Of course you would.
That was probably my highlight of the match.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Well, like I said, Bayley did win with an interest.
Win.
Yeah, soft win. Didn't like the win.
No, I thought she could have won properly.
Properly, yeah.
And I like a little roll up.
I was like,
unless you're a heel.
And it was the most shortest match on the night. It was 13 minutes.
Should have fucking been the tag match. Should have been the shortest match of the fucking night.
Well,
I'm not going to get into that, but fuck me, that was so bad.
Next, we have got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Kabuchi Warriors. And I called this last week.
The Kabuchi Warriors, more like. Am I right?
Oh, there was
fucking hell.
There was some botches in this match. There was quite a few.
I didn't know who was legal.
I know. That was the
wound me up so much.
I had to rewind it.
She's like.
I had to rewind it and be like,
it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like he's going, you're not legal. And he's looking at her going, what? And it carries on. And he's like, you see him just go, maybe no one noticed. 1, 2. And I'm like, you know she's not legal. You just said it. Like, they're just, is it a language barrier? Is that,
I think it might have been.
It was
or they're
so
just too
funny.
much momentum. However, I will say shout out to Jade because they give her more time in the ring. She was able to show off more of her skills that I didn't think she had at this moment in time. I knew she was coming.
She done well.
But she did very well. And like even the frog splash off the top rope was great. The ending sequence.
Oh, phenomenal. We didn't get the sexy.
We didn't get the sexy lick of the tongue.
And also, it didn't matter who was legal at that point. So we could have got it, really.
But I will
the
say...
the KOD, though, after. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but...
It was a nice ending.
Her, Kyrie jumping off and her just manoeuvring it into...
Yeah.
Jade's finishing move was nice. I watched it 3 times. It was a good... I was like, you know what? Shout out Jade.
Shout out Jade, man. And then also, you said last week, didn't you, that you thought that Bianca was going to do a lot of the work. Yeah. And she was just going to do a couple of bits. But yeah, when I watched it, I was like, oh no.
Well, it was 17 minutes, the match. 17 minutes match. And we have got new women's tag team champions, also, which means they get to be on Raw and SmackDown.
Hell yeah, man. Look at
We get the Storm on Raw.
Oh, Storm on Raw.
Storm on Raw. We'll see how often it happens. I don't think it will happen that often.
Probably not.
Yeah. Next up was probably the match that the France wanted most, which was Damian Priest versus Jey Uso.
My God. What a match. I like that match. You don't like it?
It was probably my low light of the night. It was probably my heat of the night.
Really?
Out of all the matches.
Over the Kabuchi Warriors, that was worse for you.
Yeah.
But we had big Funko head JD McDonough come in. It was nice. He's got such a massive head. Did you hear Damian Priest shout that at him as well?
Yeah.
He's like, you get that through your massive head. I was like, there was no need. There was no need.
The shade.
So much. I thought it was a right match.
I just kind of think we knew what was going to happen. And I did not appreciate. That's how much I didn't appreciate. My phone just tipped itself over. I did not really appreciate the match.
That's how she feels.
And I kind of understand that how they're dealing with the Judgment Day, like after Rhea's not there, who's like Priest is now leading the Judgment Day. They're not really listening to him. He's trying to impose himself as a leader and trying to win the match clean. But you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't care.
The sip and drink. I was like, she's going to say something. I didn't care. Listen, we all knew Jey weren't going to win.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it should have been someone else. Maybe you should have fought someone else because Jay's got too much hype at the minute.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, I suppose that gives Priest more heat. Like, it gives him more, like, hate if you saw it on Raw, like that whole promo. And he was like, I'm still champion. He got massive boos. So maybe that's what they need because Cody is the babiest face of all.
Yeah.
You need hate there. And everyone was loving Judgment Day because of Rhea. I mean, obviously, there is the development with Liv, which I do want to talk about as well.
Okay, fine.
At some point after Backlash. No. Whoa!
Sorry, that was really aggressive.
Whoa!
Okay, anyway.
No, I'm keeping that in.
Anyway.
Liv, I love you. What the fuck was that? Don't you talk about my girl like that.
Yeah, you wish
Dom's girl.
Last but not least, we had got the undisputed WWE Championship match with AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes, which went on 27 minutes, which for me was 7 minutes too long.
Yeah.
I it was a great match. We knew it was going to be a great match.
It's one of them, innit? It's like similar when you get Bryan Danielson and Ospreay. You're like, and you see a line and you go, this is going to be a sick match. And it was. And I loved AJ Styles like paying homage to the purple outfit for when he beat Dusty Rhodes. Like I love that. That actually added a little bit more element to it for me. And I was like, oh, you bastard. Actually paused the match to watch that match from TNA again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, oh, Dusty's bleeding everywhere. Like, it's great. Like, it's such a fun match. But, I mean, it ends in a weird submission, like AJ just... Because the reason I wanted to watch it before watching the rest of the match was I wanted to see if they were going to add in any, like... nuances from like maybe stuff that happened, but it literally ends. I think like AJ Styles was a figure 4 leg lock and Dusty just faints. It's the worst ending, but we got a Stardust little cartwheel and. I saw them gloves on Vinted the other day and I was going to get them.
Oh, you still got the...
I was literally about to buy them and then they sold.
Oh, you still got
£8 for Stardust gloves. I was like, I'm sick.
It's so you.
It is. I just wear Stardust gloves on the pod.
It's so you.
Like, hey guys, I'll just wear them like nothing's happening. But it was a good match, though.
It was a good match, and I think it was.
You thought it was a bit long, was it?
I just think it was a bit too long, but I feel like we all knew it was going to be a great match, and it was a great match. Overall, for those of you who have been keeping track, I have forgotten to bring the WrestleMania prediction points from last week, but I will tell you next week who is... Actually, no, I can't tell you next week. I'll let the boys do it next week. I will be in Vegas next week. But from this week, everyone got it right, apart from Richard and Mark, who predicted that the Kabuki Warriors were going to win the tag team champion or retain the tag team championship. So therefore, myself, Danny and Ibs have got extra points.
Yay!
Bastard.
It's true though.
Fine.
It is true. I said it.
It's true. Fine. Okay.
Can't fucking believe.
Right. How do you feel? Let's talk about your woman then. Let's talk
My
about
woman.
Yeah. Let's lead into Raw.
Okay.
I'll talk about AEW really quickly afterwards.
All right, and I'll have a nap.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Well, we had this conversation when we was at Festival, didn't we?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And to be fair,
people were
agreeing.
People were agreeing with me.
And me.
No, and me.
Watch it back.
Yeah, I will watch it back.
Because who doesn't watch it? And they got a cheer, and my people, and they cheered.
Like 5 people cheered.
That's 5 more than I thought. And I got Ibs. That's 6.
5 people cheered.
And Ibs.
Doesn't count. Your fluffy boy, your tag team partner does not count.
We're just 1 now.
Yeah.
We're like the Young Bucks.
Yeah, exactly. You're 1.
Yeah, that's it. That's happening.
Right, let's talk about it.
Yeah, Liv, I think, mate.
Well, she's apparently now facing Becky Lynch.
She is, yeah. King and Queen.
King and Queen of the Ring.
Of the Ring. He said of the castle there. Yeah, so she's fighting her. But I wanted to talk to you about, have you seen the Dominic Mysterio's shit?
No.
You haven't seen it at all?
I have been busy.
So I like to, with my time, instead of watching other products, to look at someone like there's things that are happening up backstage segments and things like that. So obviously you got at the minute, obviously all the little
Uncle Howdy stuff.
Yeah, so you got all the Uncle Howdy stuff happening at the minute. Obviously way back when we had the sort of Bray Wyatt stuff happening, there was always, you see some of the Firefly Funhouse characters in the back and things like that, where what I've seen recently, and a lot of online have seen, is there was one segment like a week ago. Yeah. You saw Liv Morgan coming out of a locker room, shortly followed by Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
And then this week, Liv Morgan said in the ring with Becky, I want to take everything Rhea loves, including that title. At the start of the episode of Raw, Dominic's wearing a purple bandana around his neck. At the end, when he's in the ring, he's wearing it. Later on in the segment, he's not wearing it. Liv Morgan posted some pictures on Instagram outside of like a picture of Rhea hanging outside of her pocket, and you can see a little bit of a purple bandana.
Wait, so do you think
Liv is stealing Dom whilst Rhea's absent? 100%.
Wow.
And that's where... When
does that Uncle Howie stuff come into play?
Not with that story, I just mean in general backstage.
Okay, because obviously it was rumoured that she was going to be an original Bray Wyatt. She was going to be...
Alexa Bliss.
She was meant to be Alexa Bliss. That was the original thing. She was going to be Alexa Bliss.
Well, I think the rumour is at the minute is going to be like the Wyatt 6.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Alexa Bliss is going to be in that.
Okay.
Because she hasn't been on telly for a while, has she? So
she's on maternity leave.
I'm sure like when she returns, it'll be part of that potentially.
The Wyatt 6.
Unless Liv does do that instead. But at the minute, I think that's going to happen. I think Liv's going to beat Becky. Rhea comes back to fight Liv. And the reason Rhea doesn't win is because Dom helps Liv. That's what I reckon is going to happen.
You know what? I would take that.
That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah.
Little eggs.
You're getting broke up. But look at, I'll send you some of the stuff that I've seen.
Little eggs.
It's mad. It's actually quite mad. Because it's tiny. And I applaud WWE for the storytelling of it. Because, like I said, it was so subtle. And like Twitter picked it up straight away. Like she was just outside of a thing, and you could see just a touch outside of her pocket, like a little purple bandana, a tiny square. And
Wow.
Like, you cheeky bastards. It was great.
Well, let's talk briefly about King of the Ring.
Yep. So you reckon Jay?
Yeah.
You reckon Jay's gonna win King of the Ring?
Well, it seems like, because obviously he was put in there as a replacement for Drew McIntyre, who left the building after being frustrated that he was not able to wrestle. And then CM Punk came out.
Oh yeah. I'm enjoying that, you know.
I am so enjoying it.
Enjoying the whole.
I like the fact that CM Punk's like, don't make me come to the castle.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I'll come to Glasgow. Yeah, I think Drew McIntyre put a video on TikTok going, if you come to Glasgow, we look after our own. Good luck. You ain't walking out. I was like, fucking go on, Drew. Head pipe.
Yeah.
I don't reckon Joe's gonna win. I reckon.
Do you think it's Gunther?
Yeah.
You think it's Gunther?
I don't want it to be Gunther though.
Well, who do you want it to be?
I want it to be Joe.
You want it to be
I
there?
want King Oos. Yeah.
King Oos.
King Oos.
I think maybe it will come down.
Or Kofi.
I think this.
Kofi's got Gunther round one. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Kofi's getting slapped up.
I think there will be a point. There will be Gunther versus Jay.
Yeah.
Because obviously it'll be a SmackDown person versus a Raw person for the final at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And they haven't announced yet who's on SmackDown yet. Obviously, there was a couple of people that were pissed they were not in it.
Yep. Braun Breaker.
Because I feel like Carmelo Hayes will be on the SmackDown side.
Yeah.
And that kind of feels unfair.
It feels unfair.
That kind of feels unfair.
Why?
It feels unfair.
Why?
It feels unfair.
Why?
It just feels unfair.
I'm not getting an answer right. Yeah, just like, it's unfair, Danny. Leave me alone.
It's unfair.
Fair enough. All right, I'll leave you off. Well, I don't reckon they're going to give it to Jay because they just mug him off, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then I reckon he's going to get involved in this whole bloodline shit.
No, he's on Raw. I feel like they are for a while keeping it very separate, Raw and SmackDown.
I don't know.
Nothing else has been happening much though on WWE apart from King and Queen of the Ring this week.
No. Big news. Ricochet is Speed champion.
We knew that was going to happen.
It's big news.
Who didn't know?
Breaking news. Ricochet is fast.
Who could have guessed?
No one knew.
Did you guess correctly?
No one knew. It was a shock to everyone.
Yes.
And then he got fucking twatted by Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, exactly.
That move is fucking vicious, by the way. He is so good. That jumping elbow to the head, I adore. It was so funny. He's like, Ricochet's the highlight of the night. Braun Strowman walks up to him in a cowboy hat, goes, you got this, kid. And he goes out and just gets like decapitated by some guy from NXT. I was like, well done, WWE.
Well,
way to bury your new champ. Love it.
I'm going to talk about AEW really quickly.
Okay, no. Do you want me to have a nap?
Do you want to have a nap now?
I'll go on my phone if you want. You can talk about AEW.
You're so rude to the brand.
No, you know what it is? I've just signed up to Chris Jericho's The Learning Tree, and it's cost me $72, and I'm just waiting to learn. Bollocks.
Always join the learning tree.
The Learning Tree.
The learning tree. I hate the fact that how this has become a thing. The learning tree.
Yeah, but he's got a big bill in that now, hasn't he? So, you know.
The learning tree.
The Learning Tree. The Learning Tree.
I don't know why that's still happening.
You just made the tree. Just carves it into bark.
Yeah. Let me take off a branch.
Whips him. Go on and talk about AEW. What have I missed?
No, the only thing I was going to talk about is the Young Bucks at the moment with...
Have they changed their facial hair again?
Jack Perry
and
Okada. Obviously the new elite, because Kenny Omega came out in his hometown of Winnipeg.
Yeah,
and announced that... Well, it's actually, let me start this. Number one, the start of the show at Dynamite was, let's find out who's going to be Swerve's the contender for Swerve's championship.
Yeah.
Out comes Christian Cage.
Oh yeah, I saw that. No, he's from Canada, and everyone was like, "Oh!" Christian Cage walks out, and everyone's
and
like,
I was like, he's not been around for ages, and you just want to come out and put him in? Yes, I'm here for it.
That's what he wants.
I'm here for it. But then obviously at the end of the show, Kenny Omega came out and said more or less that how he may have to be considering retirement if he continues not being well, because they're talking about having him having a stoma bag. It was getting quite emotional. And then Jack Perry came out. Okada came out first. Sorry.
Right.
As a face-to-face throwback, and then got attacked.
Oh.
Quite viciously, actually, because he was basically saying,
He was just saying he was ill.
He was saying, Young Bucks, you may have fired me from the Elite, but you can't fire me from AEW. I've also got power here because I'm also an EVP.
Right. So he was doing a bit of The Rock, was it?
Yeah, he was basically like, I'm also an EVP here at AEW. Young Bucks, you can't take over the show.
Is Cody Rhodes still an EVP?
No.
Oh. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know. Maybe he's still got some sort of pull.
No.
With the WWE title. Can you imagine?
Yeah, imagine.
Can you imagine if he had the title and he still had some kind of leeway? It's like, he's got a little AEW group chat just going, yeah, no, I'd probably punch Kane or Omega in the face, actually. Go on, Jack Perry. Bring him back.
Fuck off. It's more or less going to be, like I said, the authority kind of style happening in AEW.
With the Young Bucks being...
Yeah, the Young Bucks being the head and trying to like control everyone. And like the FTR came out and helped Kenny. So I feel like that feud is going to continue.
Fair. So can Kenny fight then, or is he going to...
No, he's going to have to go away. I feel like he's going to disappear again for a while. I feel like the only reason why he was there is because of Winnipeg. It was in Winnipeg.
Right, okay. So then he got beaten up to give him an excuse to go away again for a bit.
In his hometown. You are not interested in the conversation.
I'm trying.
Okay, fine. Well, let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, about AEW and how you feel about the storyline going into the next few weeks.
It's just so boring.
As you can probably see, fuck
so
off.
boring.
As you can probably see, I am not sitting at the head of the table today, and that's because we have got a special guest. So let's welcome our guest into the club. Ladies and gentlemen, we've now got our next segment, which is the Clubhouse Chatter. Well, we welcome to our podcast, to our club, an amazing guest. And this week, we are joined by the baddest woman on the wrestling ring from Orpington, Kent. Please welcome to the club the current title women's champion, LIVVI Grace.
Welcome.
Thank you. Wow.
From Orpington, Kent?
Yeah, from Orpington, Kent.
Kent
don't
boy,
you know?
let's go.
We're in Kent.
Ashford.
Oh, fair.
Yeah,
right.
shithole, isn't it? It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
bad.
comment on that.
That's Orpington, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not,
it is.
this is a really niche Kent audience we've got. By the way. They all know what's going on. Just Google image it. Straight view, you'll see.
How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Very exhausted, if I'm being completely honest.
Yes, you've had a busy week, but
I
we'll
am
talk about
excited.
You had a busy week, but we will
what's to
talk
come.
about it in a minute because I want to hear all about it.
Cool.
But before we do that, question: are you old school wrestling or new school wrestling?
In terms of how I describe myself?
No,
Or
how you in terms of what you like to watch.
I'd say old school.
Yeah,
It's like old school / like, so let's go Attitude Era and then like Ruthless Aggression.
Nice.
Yeah.
No? Oh, by the way, there's right and wrong answers to this. For Sikisa anyway. I think that was a good answer.
Well, someone asked me the other day about Ruthless Aggression and like John Cena, and I was like,
Yeah? What? Thugonomics?
I think it's because he was like culturally appropriation rap, so I kind of was like, go away.
Fair.
So was Eminem then?
Yeah, but Eminem's different
Why?
because he had Dr. Dre behind him.
Yeah, but John Cena had,
Who?
Teddy Long.
I respect that answer.
It's the same thing, I think.
Come on, Teddy Long.
Both in a room, you'd be like that.
Well, am I correct? Because I always do this research and everyone then tells me, no, that's not the case. You started wrestling in July 2013?
Perhaps, yeah. I couldn't even tell you like
Yeah.
myself. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, for sure.
And obviously, like I said, you've had a busy week, but I want to talk to you about your alternative name, Tennessee Honey.
See, honey.
Tennessee Honey.
Yeah.
It's very,
Oh, shouldn't have quit.
it's very, I would like some Tennessee Honey.
Yeah, that's if you're like, oh.
Is that the name that you started out with?
Originally it was originally it was actually I just went by Olivia, like when I like first.
It's like a one name.
Yeah,
Olivia.
just like like Cher, isn't it? It's iconic.
Like Cher. Olivia has the same.
Are you saying I don't? Yeah, right.
I don't know. Like, I like people have one name. But you know, people just go one name. You know,
You
like
got
Cher, and they
Beyonce.
always say
You got Beyonce, you got Cher, you got Olivia.
Olivia. Sounds like you work in like River
Icon.
Island. Olivia works on checkouts at River Island. She's like Cher. You see the way she scans it? Do you believe? That was a Cher reference, by the way.
Yeah.
That's you, right?
So I started off as just my normal name, as Olivia, and then it must have been like one weekend. Me and a couple of wrestling mates were out and we were pre-drinking, and one of them came over and they had like just some miniature bottles, and one of them was like a mini bottle of JD. Because I know them from wrestling, we were just generally talking about wrestling and stuff. And then one of them turns to me and goes, "Oh, you know what your gimmick should be? You should like be a cowgirl and your name should be Tennessee Honey." And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go, get that hat and like, all of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, like whatever, like it's just joking and stuff. Yeah. So that was like one of the wrestlers, and like the promoter was also there too. So so this guy, like one of my wrestling mates at the time, was really putting this gimmick over massively. And again, I was just thinking, like it's all just and good fun. Yeah, I'll do it and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever. And then I got booked for, I believe it was a trainee versus trainee match. Trainee, one training school versus another training school, and it was a gauntlet match. So I started it off. I wrestled someone and I was Olivia.
Yeah.
Lost that. And then the gauntlet keeps going on, and then the last person to enter was Tennessee Honey.
Oh, no way.
And then it just
so you went
flew
out,
on
got
from
changed,
there. Yeah,
and then came
yeah.
back. What was your entrance song for Tennessee Honey?
I'm not sure if this was it at the time, but iconically it was Timber.
Nice.
Very on brand at the moment.
One entrance.
Yeah, the whole cowboy is very on brand at the moment. Will Tennessee be making a return?
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Oh,
Sort of brought back a restful just for a laugh, isn't it?
I mean,
Tennessee Honey. Yeah.
yeah.
it was such a delight to go backstage and then like have Zack Sabre Jr. just there chilling and stretching out, and I'm just like, yeah, let me put my cowgirl hat on. And
I love that.
So how did you get into wrestling?
so I knew I wanted to be a professional wrestler when I was 13. And then
No, but a lot of people say that. But you actually went and did it.
yeah, for sure. But it's like I factually knew it. Like I knew when I was 10 I wanted to be an engineer, and when I was 13 I knew I wanted to be a professional wrestler.
How did that change happen from engineer to wrestler? Like
I've actually accomplished both. I actually am an engineer.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a
I didn't know
full-time.
that.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
got a
that's
full-time
fucking
job,
sick.
Because we're strong, independent black women.
Oh, that's sick.
I can do both.
We can multitask.
When I made last time, we were just talking about turkey dinosaurs half the time. So I'll be honest with you, I didn't go, so what do you do as a job outside of this? You know what I mean? We didn't really get a chance to chat about it. So
That's
you always been an engineer at 10. And then
Wrestler at 13.
I'm sure you didn't become a qualified engineer before 13. I'm assuming you were doing it side by side, right?
So like you go through school, A levels and stuff. I went to university. I got a degree in mechanical engineering.
Oh, sick.
And then landed myself an engineering job, which is amazing. So
awesome.
very happy about that. But with wrestling, I knew I wanted to be a wrestler when I was 13. When I was 16, I had like an obsession to just Google and just figure it out. Like I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I was going to Google and just find something. When I was growing up, like I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and 2 of my brothers like super wanted to be wrestlers, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna like move to Canada, and like we're just gonna do this, and like that was just them at the time. But they never really looked into anything further. They just thought, oh, professional wrestling, the halves, you got to go to the dungeon, and that's where you do it. So like between 16 and 19, I was like searching places and just like I knew that I would have been happy to have just gone, but I knew at the time that my mum wouldn't like it because her dream for all of her kids was to be a doctor.
Right.
So not only am I wanting to be an engineer, like pursuing professional wrestling isn't like the greatest thing. But when I was 19, I remember like you had the option to like go down to the school. The school was in Swanley at the time, where you could.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it was a trek.
Yeah, I lived there for a few years.
You could like go to just watch in on a class and then just see what it's about. And like if you wanted more information, you could talk to people there, and then you can come back whenever. So I just went to go and watch, and I was like, "This is fucking amazing! I love this." So, but prior to that, like, my mum was just like, "Where are you going? Like, what are you doing?" So, like, I had to lie to her, and I was just like, no. I'm gonna, like, go meet up with some friends, and, you know, we're just gonna hang out and, like, go to the gym or whatever. And, like, she was just very against me, like, leaving the house, because it was all about, like, I was 16, so it's all about studying, going to university, getting a degree, and all of that stuff. So, like, even hanging out with friends was like a no-no for me.
Was you sneaking out to do the training as well, like early doors as well?
Yeah, for sure. So it's like every Sunday, like I'd be like, just heading out, like just telling my mum, like I signed up to the gym. Like,
oh, that's mad.
I'm gonna go work out.
I had a similar thing.
So did I.
Because I used to do that backyard wrestling.
Oh, really?
And I asked my mum to do it, and she was like, "No, it's dangerous. They're trained professionals." Which, she had a point. But we were like, "No, we can do it."
Yeah.
And I remember once I stole like a relay pole from my school, like from the PE cupboard, and I had it in my room. Mum was like, "Why have you got that?" I went, "I must take it home by accident," but I wanted it to be my character's gimmick that I got it out like a shillelagh almost. And I remember hiding it in my like sleeve.
Yeah.
And I left the house. "We're gonna go stay at my mate Ben's house," and she was like, "Is that a clang?" And I was like, "No." And I like walked to his, and I was like, "I got it, lads." And we had this. This is mad. Did you say you did it as well? Then?
Well, not with wrestling, but more with dancing.
With dancing?
Yeah. My mum
did something like in Footloose shit.
Yeah, well, my mum didn't really want me to be a dancer. She never really thought it would be a career. Oh, the voice is good. But it sounds
didn't want it to be a career.
It's like that episode of Friends where Phoebe catches that cold. Like,
that's the key to
it. So I feel like most, like, especially West Indian African parents don't want their children to be doing stuff that is creative. They want them to be.
Yeah, they don't know what Irish was.
They just want them to have a good education. But what have been your career highlights so far?
Well, speaking of Tennessee Honey, I've had a match with Mickie James as Tennessee Honey in Rochester. Like,
Mickie James was in Rochester.
Yeah,
She doing there. She got lost.
They get around.
That's mad. How was that? How was fighting Mickie James?
It's amazing. I think the match might actually be on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
oh, sick.
Like, she was super, super cool. Like, it was easy. Like, I felt like we just clicked. Like looking back, it's like that's absolutely mental to me.
Future tag team, so Mickie James and Tennessee Honey coming out to Timber.
For her, I'd do it. For her, I'd bring it back. Yeah.
Make a poll. Get this out to Mickie James. Listen.
Well, you've had over the years some different characters that especially I've seen. Which one has been your favorite? Because I'm referring to like your association with Brenda.
Yes.
At Fist Club, you've obviously talked about being a cowboy / cowgirl.
Yeah.
And obviously we've seen you mostly as being the baddest woman. I wouldn't like to say the baddest bitch in the ring, but I feel like that's disrespectful sometimes. But sometimes
I love that for me.
Find the baddest
bitch in the
ring. But which one has been your favorite character?
Oh God, like there's been so many of them. I'm going to go with the one that I feel like has tested my abilities as a performer and entertainer, and this is when I was portraying
Olivia. When I was myself.
I went deep for that.
You went method.
You are Olivia. You are Olivia. No second name. Don't know why. I'm sharing the ring.
God. I feel like what I'm about to say is probably going to be bloody wild now. Okay.
It was.
I was asked to portray a pelvic floor.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Are we in art school? Like, we're in drama school. Drama school. You are today?
That man definitely had a turtleneck when he told him to do
This
that.
is the
I want to be a pelvic floor.
The delightful brain of the one Heather Bandenberg.
Of
was it
course.
Heather?
This is for Mummy Versus, a play that she did, which is essentially about her trials and tribulations of becoming a mum, and it involved a lot of wrestling and, again, Mummy Versus, you know, different types of parenting styles and people saying this and you should do that and what's on Instagram and what's on social media and stuff like that. But yeah, pelvic floor was...
And did you enjoy being a pelvic floor?
I had a blast. Like, at that moment, like, when I came out and, like...
What was the outfit like?
It was very
vulvary.
Yeah, it was very neutral colours.
Very vulvary.
Colours. You know, you wake up, right? I woke up today and I was like, I'm going to go up to London, have a lovely time with the podcast. And then the last thing you is, what are we going to talk about? And then I just didn't think it was going to be this. I didn't think I was going to ask what your outfit was to be a vulva.
Be a vulva.
Yeah.
So tell me your vulva. Tell me about your vulva. No,
Glad I
tell
could
me
mix
about
up
your
day.
vulva.
I'm going to clip that up and get cancelled. Fucking hell.
But
Podcaster asks a female guest, tell me about your vulva.
Don't do this when I'm not here. You've had a busy week, Restival, where we saw you at.
Gosh,
you did two, on the night that we were there, you did 2 shows in one night.
Yes.
And then you did Friday.
Yes, I did one show on Friday, Fist Club.
And then you did Saturday.
I did Galzilla and King of the Ring on Saturday.
So you did 5 out of the 6 shows.
5 out of the 6, yeah.
Jesus.
So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And then
What did you do Sunday?
Monday.
Chill? Chill on Sunday?
Was it
No, I
Monday
did not,
or was
no.
it Sunday that you was at Tidal?
At Sunday, I debuted at Tidal.
So again, let's start this again. Thursday, 2 shows. Friday, 1 show. Saturday, 2 shows. Sunday, debuted at Tidal and won.
Yes, I did.
Pin Nina Samuels in 16 seconds.
16
Yeah,
seconds.
about that, yeah.
Come on.
Nina, 10 belts is no more.
9 belts.
Yeah.
9 belts.
To become the
Doesn't
new
sound as
Tidal
good.
Women's Champion. How
Woo.
tired are you?
I'm so exhausted.
Did you celebrate though?
uh,
Or was you too tired?
so exhausted. Like, the Tidal show was in Huddersfield as well.
Oh my God.
So that was about 8 hours in a car.
Oh, jeez. So
But then it was Bank Holiday Monday.
Yeah, and then I just proceeded to eat food and then sleep and then eat and then sleep.
Did you have a little cozy with your belt? Just a little
I
snuggle?
did. I took a picture and I legitimately sent that to Nina Samuels.
yeah, little bit of beef. Just be
Yeah.
like, it lasted longer than 16 seconds. At least someone can last longer than 16 seconds holding the belt all like flustered. I would have fully put that on
Yeah.
like, fuck you, mate.
This is Cozy.
I'd be so good at wrestling beef, just not good at the wrestling.
How do you find the landscape of women's wrestling in this day and age on the independent circuit?
On the independent circuit, I think it's incredibly thriving, especially from what it was that I started with. Where I trained, I was one of 2 girls at the training school. And then the other girl, she moved away. I believe she went to Norfolk, and it was just me. But I was actually quite lucky that during that time, there were the likes of Jetta and Rhea O'Reilly. So they'd get called in and I'd have like little single matches with them and have like little storylines with them. So I was like super, super grateful for that. In terms of like this day and age, like there are so many talented females and everyone's getting like quite a lot of time and people are getting stories. So it's just really cool to see that. Like there's so much going on.
Sexy.
Awesome.
Sexy. I will say you are the baddest woman in the ring, and we loved your entrance music, which was Move Bitch, Get Out the Way. The fact that I get to do it twice on the night, it was great. I was like, Move,
Have you seen the video of it yet?
I've still not seen
it.
She's been busy.
Me and Ibs are vibing. Just a stone cold and mankind like, move, bitch, get out of the way. It's the maddest video ever. I watched it, I was like, what are we doing? I pacing it all way up. Move, bitch, get out. That was so funny.
Well, obviously you are sitting at the head of the table today, and we asked you about what dinner guests that you would have when you are sitting at the head of the table. So which three did you pick?
Oh, I found this really difficult. So I think I'm going more on the party side of it. So
Okay.
I thought you were going to go for three of your personas then.
LIVVI is now Mick Foley.
Like two mirrors, like, this is great. I'm so tired. I have no social battery left. Yeah. Shut up, Tennessee honey. I'm eating.
So like for me, like the choices were between like I could pick people that I'd love to like talk to about wrestling and pick their brain and stuff. But I'm like, nah, this is a fun time. I want to get lit and like figure some stuff out. So I think based on semi-recent events, I would go with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes.
Nice.
And I'd probably
Why did I think you were going to say someone like a politician or something?
You're
like, current events. I'm like, if she says Putin, I'm gonna go lose my, because I want to give him some shit. I thought are we gonna get really political or something? Then you went Jey Uso. I went, okay.
Yeah. I was worried. I thought we were gonna go Vince. I was like, oh no. Current events.
Where's he at? Fair. So Jey and Cody.
Jey, Cody, and.
Is that purely because of their drunk press conference?
Yeah, that was so good. Yeah. Just imagine them just not having to do a press conference.
It'd be so good. They were
in
like
the comfort of like, just amongst friends, a safe space, if you will.
To Tennessee honey on the table. Get it back. Then your third?
My third. So a tag team counts as one.
Oh, okay. Undercut.
I'd argue then that Jey and Cody were a tag team.
Oh, see, I was
won the tag titles, didn't they? So
I was actually putting them as
how much are we separating tag teams? You know what I mean?
That's a fair point. Okay, I'll go.
I will happily bend the rules a little bit if she wants to put a tag team as one person.
Don't encourage this bending room falafel.
Listen, this sounds like a great party, and if I open up guests, maybe me and you can go as a tag team. What I'm thinking is this dinner party. It would be great.
Go ahead.
To be hella lit. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'd very much go with Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly.
Really?
I love those boys.
Really?
They are my life. Absolutely. Yeah.
I reckon that
absolute treat.
Yeah.
Absolute treat.
Just them just having their hairs just everywhere.
This with Jey and Cody laughing at them.
I mean, I guess I'm a bit biased. Like, I do know the Pretty Deadly boys from way back when of training schools and stuff. So it's really awesome to see how far they've gotten.
I suppose, you have seen quite a few people from the circuit go up into America, Japan, Mexico even. Mm-hmm. Have you done America?
I have not done America yet.
Why have you not done America?
Yeah. What's up?
What's up? Would you like to convert your skills into the American audience or Japan even?
I would 100% do Japan. I think that's an experience that's incredibly worthwhile. Like, I feel like that's where you go to really test your abilities as a professional wrestler. Because like out there, it's taken, I would say, more seriously than everywhere else. Like it's really seen as a sport. Yeah, more so.
I would agree with that.
So yeah, that'd be incredibly interesting for me.
Move, bitch, get out of the way. In Japan.
Imagine that
so
Japan,
good.
People just like, okay, we'll move. We'll move. We'll actually move.
We will move, bitch.
Out the way. We're now going to go into a 60-second challenge. Where we will throw quick fire questions at you. Have you got watch?
Okay. Oh no.
Man. Comedians Casio. Get it at any Amazon.
Some of us have upgraded to an iWatch. Thank you very much.
But I don't want Mickey Mouse just on my fucking wrist like that as I'm doing my set. That's just a little Casio. Isn't it?
Don't lie to yourself.
What sets are you doing, sir?
Comedy sets.
Oh, okay.
No, what do you think? You feel like at the gym?
Yeah.
At the gym. I'm like, Mickey, I've done one. No, we mean like we have like stopwatches on our watch when we're on stage. We know how long we've done.
Fair.
But a lot of comedians have like Casios because we're broke. And then like you see like the more bougie comedians and Apple Watches. I'm like, piss off. You see a little top, you know what I mean? But also like you can see how much time they've got left as an audience member sometimes because they'll put it as like a timer.
Yeah.
So they'll be on stage. I'll be talking with this hand. I'll see it and I'm like, you've only got 20 seconds left.
You better wrap it up. You better wrap it up.
But yeah, I'm ready with my Casio. Use code Danny10 for no discount.
Okay.
3. Are you ready?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, go on.
So answer as many as you can.
Basically, the many as you can. The first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's
3,
go.
2, 1, go.
AEW, WWE.
WWE.
Which faction would you want to join?
Oh God. Bloodline.
Nice.
Who would sing your entrance music?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Nice.
Mammy or Bianca Belair?
Bianca Belair.
Who would be your ideal tag team partner?
Rhea O'Reilly.
Snog, marry or kill Jake Cargill, John Moxley or Nina Samuels?
Marry Cargill. Kill Nina. Snog. John Moxley.
We can take a title out of life. Why not?
Who would be your ideal tribal chief?
Oh, I've got to stay with Roman.
Who has the best finishing move?
Shawn Michaels.
Who's the best British wrestler at this moment in
That is
time?
your time. Yeah, it's your life. You can have
Zack Sabre Jr. Easy.
Zack Sabre Jr.
How are you going to kill Nina after taking that title? That was so out of pocket.
Can we
She's
clip
coming
that
back.
bit,
Yeah,
please?
God, she is coming for you, mate.
Let's
And if I get a chop from Nina from encouraging it, I will not be happy. And I will blame you. It's my role in the podcast. I'll get chopped by every fucking wrestler.
Oh, we could do one now.
Maybe.
No, please. I'm still healing from
I'm
Mike.
tired, but I've got energy for that.
Hey, and I'm here to see.
Not today.
What's next for you then, Livvy?
What is next for me?
Apart from like hugging your championship bed to bed every night.
Yeah, I might take it on a date soon. I know, saucy.
Ooh, saucy.
Where are you taking it?
Who's the date with? That's the gossip I want to know. Who's the date with?
As a strong, independent black woman, it's just me and my championship.
I love that. Yeah, I'd love to be the waiter you walk over. It's like, table for 2? Yep.
Yeah.
Give me a bottle of the house, baby.
We are celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm actually having quite a chill few weekends.
Nice. Deserved.
Thank you.
Deserved.
But I shall be back in June for Fist Club in Brighton.
Yeah,
that'd
Fist
be
Club.
So very much look forward to that.
Lovely. And what would you ideally like to do next with your career? Where would you like it to go? Would you, like I said, we talked about America, abroad.
Yeah.
Would you go full time in America if you could?
So I would definitely love to do Japan. I'd love to get signed to a big company in America, maybe for about 3 years, just to see what the life is as being full time. Because like I also think about my age as a woman, like being 31, like especially when it comes to WWE, I feel like if I'm not already on their radar, then it's going to be harder, like in the next couple of years, to be put on their radar to get signed. But I do enjoy performing in entertainment, so I'd like to do a bit of The Rock and go into some acting in television.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay, a bit of people's eyebrow.
Any sort of people's eyebrow.
The Livvy eyebrow.
Yeah, the Livvy eyebrow.
The Olivia.
Is there any sort of category of stuff you'd want to do, like comedy, action?
Not horror, because black people die first.
You should be the first that doesn't. The killer. Whoa. With a belt.
I don't think I've thought too much in terms of genres of things, but
just want to touch.
Yeah, just see what's out there.
See what happens.
If I can be a pelvic floor, I can be anything.
Yeah. And that is
that's what I'll leave the kids with today.
It is primarily kids.
Well, if you want to take some acting advice, Danny is obviously here dealing with. He's played many characters, including Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah. I'm Spider-Man at some kids' parties sometimes. I'll have you know I've been in multiple pantomimes.
Oh.
I did one party. We were doing this, and I was teaching a kid he couldn't do that. So I was like, I taught him. I was like, "Hey kid, you just do like this," and then he was like, "Oh, okay." And I looked up at the camera, and then when I looked down, the kid was just doing that. And I just didn't change it. I was like, nah, that's memories. So I just left it in. For the audio listeners, go to the video. Fuck you. I'm not telling you what I just done.
Up middle finger.
What? I'm trying to drive him over there, Sikisa. I'm bleeping that out.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This has been so much fun, and you're one of my favorite people on the circuit, in terms of wrestling. Whenever I see you backstage, you're so quiet. Normally so quiet.
Unless you walk in with turkey dinosaurs, then she gets up and grabs you.
Yeah.
You're the best.
So
that was
quiet and
the best
lovely
memory
backstage, but as soon as you get in the ring, the baddest bitch in the ring.
Yay!
Baddest bitch in the ring.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a blast. This has honestly flown by.
Yeah, I was about to say it was fine. Because I looked at someone, oh fucking hell, you're already doing the 1 minute thing. I went, oh shit, no, we should be doing the 1 minute thing. Someone's got a gig.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it going for LIVVI Gray.
Yeah.
We'll end this episode. I've stopped doing sell or no sell because the boys hate it. So Danny, what are you looking forward to the week?
In the week?
What are you looking forward to? I'm losing my voice. Allow me, man. What are you looking forward to in the week?
What am I looking forward to in the week?
Wrestling wise.
More Liv Morgan.
Oh, of course.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing how her and Dom develop because we won't get it for a while.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. There's a
AEW?
match. No, not at all. Literally won't even know that's happening. What's the next King of the Ring round?
It'll be SmackDown.
Who's Ilya? Ilya's fighting Jay, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking forward to that match.
Well, we'll find out obviously on SmackDown who's going to be their competitors. Also very intrigued to see what the female wrestlers are going to be like on SmackDown in terms of the Queen of the Ring, who's entering this. I feel like Tiffany might win it on the winning side, but
Queen Stratton, man. Tiffy time.
Tiffy time.
All
It'd
the
be
time.
Tiffy time. Queenie time, baby. Queenie time.
Queenie time.
Queenie time.
That'd be sick.
But thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Please like and subscribe. If you are a massive fan of wrestling, please do tell your friends. We will love that so much. And if you are going to go on a date with me, don't question me about the Usos. There you go. We love this.
Drop that in the end. We'll talk about that after the pod. What
We'll
the fuck?
see you next week. I've been Sikisa. I've been
WrestleClub.
I've been Sikisa. I've been joined this week by Danny Scott.
Yeah, I'm still here, but we're chatting after this.
I will
Thanks
not
for
be here
listening.
next week because I will be in America, bitches. And apparently Mark Cram and Jenny are taking over the podcast.
Yeah, we
and
are.
I am
The
worried.
boys take over.
I am
Head of
worried.
the table.
No one's sitting on the head of the table.
No, actually, we're not. We've got a guest.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the boys.
No one sits on the head of the table while I am not here, bitch.
I might go sit on the head of the table.
Apart from the guests.
I might just go quickly sit in it for a bit later. Like when in the episode next week, I'll just go, ooh. This is what it feels like.
Yeah, bitch. But we'll see you next week for some more chaos and some more wrestling fun.
Subscribe to the YouTube, please. Bye. He's still recording, do you know? Probably is. That's a real. I'm editing that.
The outtakes of the podcast.
Was that still recording? Yes!